Okay, welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Trevor and I am your one-armed bandit in the bush. Today, we are going to just do a quick demo on the Power Step by Powerbolt. So this is a heavy-duty step. The purpose of this is a over-the-tire step. So you could primary purpose is using it as a step to get upstairs, to get to the rack, work around the vehicle, perhaps getting into the engine bay. These are all claims that the manufacturer makes. They claim that it can match any tire from a small little car tire to a big old truck tire. Well, we have 35s, 12-inch wide, so we're going to get a good test on that and see just, does this thing work? Is it as versatile as it claims? Can I access my vehicle as broadly as it claims? And then lastly, is it one-hand friendly? Because the purpose of this channel is for me to show you that all of this stuff can be done with one arm and a little bit of application. So let's go. First up, let's just open the step out. You can see it has a very well serrated plate that you stand on. Looks extremely durable, looks extremely strong. The whole thing just opens up. So if you come in a little closer, I can show you where the adjustments would lie. First up, you would make an adjustment by releasing the clip, and you can adjust the height of the step. So what this is going to do, it's going to let you go higher up the vehicle, or it'll take you lower down the vehicle. In this case, I have left it set in the lowest setting, and we'll see what kind of accessibility I can get. So very, 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 very simple. All right, the next thing you're going to want to do is this leg is adjusted for the width of the tire. I have it out on the second last hole, so there is one more hole to go. But you see this arm, simply by moving it in, will shorten it to fit over a very narrow gauge tire. So this is what this is all supposed to be about. Lastly, these little paws on the bottom are adjusters that will adjust how close or how far the step will sit from the tire itself, and the rubber stopper is meant to protect, obviously, your rim when this thing pushes up against it. So let's see. Is it one-hand friendly? I'll hook it on passenger side rear tire, given that that's where I'm going to probably require the most accessibility. All right, so you can see it opens up pretty simple. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to want to line up those two rubber stoppers at the bottom, see if I can avoid rim contact. Now I'm going to just push this straight over the tire, and it clips in. All right, so there we go. It's behind the tire. It is in firm. Now, in normal camping usage, a step like this is not really going to apply to me, given I am 6'8", 295 pounds, so I don't need this kind of thing. It does say it's rated to 300 pounds, so I'm just off that limit. But let's see, can it take my weight? But first, before I do that, I just want to close up the tailgate, because it's supposed to enhance and improve my accessibility to the vehicle. So let's see, how far can we go? Is it easy? Is it safe? So let's firstly test the weight is okay. It's not going to slip, so let's get up. All right, well, there we go. So on the lowest setting, I can quite comfortably reach to the top of the tent. I can reach each of the quick release clamps for the tent. So a piece of cake for me to get here and release. So what happens if there's a problem up front and I need to step around? Can I move around the vehicle? So let's take a step and see. So there we go. There's no problem. If I need to get to anything here, I can get to it. It also says you can reach your engine bay. So with this step, you can get into your engine bay. Now, I'm not too sure. It doesn't tell you which tire you should put it on to access the engine bay. So let's see. Can we do it? And can we do it safely is more important. So good thing I got these here rear view mirrors that I can hold on to. All right, so I guess that part of the story wasn't a lie. But can we get to the other tire? I don't know. well, not the other tire. What happens if I need to work on the other side of the engine bay? All right. Well, firstly, let's get down and let's see if we can waddle around. Okay, so that piece is navigated. Okay, so you will notice that I don't have a wee boost on here yet. This is kind of where a wee boost would go. This is our first trip in the US. What I wanted to do was obviously check out cell phone coverage, and so far I'm not exactly delighted. All right, so let me not get distracted. I'm trying to get to the other side of the vehicle. So let's keep going. All right, if we've got to access the back, easily get to that. If there was some issue on the awning I needed to address, could I get to that? Well, the question, of course, is answered. Yeah, well, of course I can. So let's take one another giant step for mankind as we roll on around. Aha. Okay, so now this is going to be a different story. The vehicle is actually lying, this road is cambered slightly to the left. So as you can see, I'm leaning backwards before I even start. So I think I'm probably not going to be able to get to that tire safely. Let's see. This roof is a little bit hot, given the time of the day, given just how warm it is. My goodness, it is warm out here. Yeah, because they say you can use the step to get to the engine bay. So it didn't say that. It says you put it on the tire and then you can access the engine bay. So I'm trying to access the engine bay. Here we go. Mission accomplished. I guess the step works. The only question is, what the heck is it going to do? Should I try to climb down off it? You see, the biggest thing that you got to consider is your safety. So I want to check and make sure that this step can safely accommodate me when I try to get off. So I take my safety very seriously. I don't do stupid things that I could injure myself or anything like that. So I'm telling you, you need to do the same. There's no point getting injured right at the start of a trip. So that's why I'm stepping very cautiously, even if it ain't really all that serious a task. Okay, so let's go. This is going to be a big step down. All of my 295 pounds. Here we go. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So, power step or Powerbolt, heavy duty fella. I'd say it works. Mission accomplished. Fait accompli. Can we easily take it off without catching my fingers? You probably could if you took it off the way you put it on. So, easy to stow, easy to put on, and with just one step, it's very easy to reach back or rear, passenger, driver, engine bay, passenger, engine bay, driver. So, yep, it works. You can get to all of that in one go. Thank you. Hey folk, welcome back to the channel. My name is Trevor and I am your bandit in the bush outside of Santa Fe in New Mexico. We've come out here to camp for a few days. We're on some BLM land. We're testing out all of the new gear on the rig. On our way, obviously, to Overland Expo via Utah, which comes up next. Today I'm sitting here and I'm just going to go through some of the tactical tools that I bring with me. So to give you an idea and an understanding of what it is that I would typically use. Some of these, obviously, I've had a long time, collected over a period of time. Some of them are new tools that I am just trying out. Let me maybe start off firstly with what I have next to me. By Feet Electrical is a 3000 lumen light. Yeah, well, obviously, everybody carries a torch. Let me tell you something. This really is phenomenal. The field of light that this thing throws is amazing. I would sort of call it the wide angle of torches is really the way it comes across. One of the added features of this is that it is rechargeable batteries, so you don't have to carry batteries. But on the side, you will see it charges both USB-C and USB. So the B component of it, the USB port, therefore forms a power bank. So off this battery, once I've charged the battery full on the torch, I can charge off the power bank on this a cell phone from flat to full. So useful if you're carrying it and you are out and you get lost, something goes wrong, you know that you're going to at least have additional power. The other one may be a bit of a novelty, but by Zartec, something that we do use frequently, particularly when we get out into the desert, is an ultraviolet light. This one we actually picked up in Namibia on our recent journey out that way. Do look for that video. I mean, that was a great venture that we had. And then I have a wider range of tactical instruments in front of me. All of them are useless without this. This particular one is from Lansky, but you could have anything. It's called a sharpener. And it's used to sharpen things that are used to cut things, to chop things, and the likes thereof. So if you have tools and instruments that are used to cut, to chop, to shave, to whatever, sharpen them. I make best endeavor to ensure that every one of these instruments is sharpened to the same level, maybe the exception being this tactical instrument here. But sharpen them, indeed I do. So I would like to think of this axe through to that pocket knife as being sharp enough to perform an autopsy on a mosquito that's got anorexia. And they need to be clean cuts as well, not messy ones. But anyway, back to that. So this by Tiger is a tactical tool which can be used as a spade. It has numerous handles that fit in so you can adjust the length. Has all kinds of recovery tools. I'm not doing a review of the spade per se, but I carry a spade that is multi-tool, multi-purpose, can be used as a hoe, can be used multiple issues. I'll do a good review on this because this is absolutely fantastic. The hand axe, as I spoke of, again, also multi-purpose. This one by Smittybuilt, extremely accurate, really important to have an accurate axe and learn how to swing it, because this you're going to be chopping, relatively large branches at times. It might be on the trail, and if you learn to swing it right, you can get through a branch probably 4 or 5 swings and you're through. This is easily as sharp as the instrument I used to shave my face, so I'm very careful when I come to touching that. Likewise, my machete on one end, hacksaw on the other. This one also by Smittybuilt. Get yourself a good one. Make sure the blade is strong enough. Make sure it stays extremely sharp. Learn to swing it, whether you want to swing it like a baseball bat, whether you want to swing it like a golf club, whether you want to swing it the way you're hitting a tennis ball, a squash ball. But learn how to swing it and visualize yourself doing those if you have played sport. If you haven't, learn how to swing it, not with force, but with precision, with accuracy, and timing is everything. And you'll be amazed at how well they can cut. Next up, by SOG, is my hog knife. Hog knife because this is the knife I carry when I'm on my motorcycle. Because of the pouch, it's nice and easy for me to carry. The blade in itself is very versatile, allowing me to get to very fine items. It's a stainless steel blade. It's extremely sharp. I use this primarily for cutting biltong, for cutting apples, and any other circumstance I might run into should my motorcycle break down. Then the only thing I've got is this. So, you need to have a tool that you could use to cut branches, to erect. I carry a small little kind of lean-to tent in the back of my backpack. With this, I could cut branches for tent poles. Next up, Morag knife. These come in PVC sheaths, very sharp, made in Sweden. We would wear these primarily around the kitchen, so I would probably take that one off, put this one on when I'm in the kitchen area. More useful. Lovely blades. We bought these in a recent trip to Namibia. That's Melissa's one that she would wear, and they are absolutely fantastic. This tactical blade I use when I'm trying to get into tighter places to cut. It's very useful. It's by Track Force. Most importantly, you would see the pitched roof. The reason for that is where your thumb is supposed to go over the top of the knife. So if you see how that makes an exact fit over my thumb, why would you want to do that? So if I am lying under a vehicle and I'm on my back and I need to get into somewhere tight and I'm busy cutting a pipe, okay, and now there's oil in there or there's fluid in there and through it goes, and that stuff comes running straight down the blade onto my hand, what do you think's going to happen the next shift I go up? My fingers are going to go over the blade. These little things, they ain't going to stop nothing when they're full of brake fluid or something else of that nature. So very useful. And always when you look at knives that have that pitched feature, that is absolutely what they are for. Versus this one, for example, you see, yeah, okay, I tell you what, you're going to break your thumb before you protect your hand with this knife. This is by Cat, but look what it does bring. That's a window smasher. That's a seatbelt cutter. I love the shape of this blade because this blade in itself is a um, really great shape to use, and this thing sharpens so well. So I really like this useful, versatile tool. This one by Leopold is just amazing. This actually came as a package with a pair of binoculars that I bought. Sharp as crazy. Can't believe how well that works. Then of course the trusty old Gerber. You know these things go back since I don't know since I was a young kid. Man, Gerber's of course multi-purpose tool. Latest design, not as one hand friendlies. Yeah, I battled how to get that one open at first. But of course, as all multi-purpose tools, there we go. Carry the Gerber. And last but not least, to finish off the deal, really important that you have one more tool, and this one I use to cut the nails. Thank you for your attention. See you out on the trails.